Today we're going to be doing an unboxing slash review of the Willow Everett electric gooseneck kettle. Got this off of Amazon. I kind of got into coffee making due to the whole quarantine situation. So, I've been getting to do stuff with the AeroPress, and I just got a Chemex. And so one thing they recommend for a Chemex is using a gooseneck kettle. It's not bad. Lightweight, but doesn't feel too cheap. Take a look at the kettle itself. So you got this long gooseneck here for pouring, so you can really control the water when it comes out over your pour over. Inside here you see there's a max fill line right over there. And then we got the base over here. So this is an electric kettle. So it has these presets that you can hit to set a specific temperature for it to go to if you don't want it to go to boiling. So for example, for pour over, you'd want it around 200-ish degrees Fahrenheit. Before we get into testing, let's take a look at the details of it. So it's got rapid boil action. We'll have to put that to the test. It has 1 liter capacity and stainless steel. The design, functionality, and commitment. So it's a lot of marketing mumbo jumbo. So the box is overall pretty minimalist. Once boiled, you'll find that the Willow Everett electric variable temperature gooseneck kettle gives you unparalleled control over the flow of water, perfect for pour over coffee and other methods of manual brewing. Fantastic. Well, this better be really good because it was like over 60 bucks. Anyways, let's get started. For the first test, I'm going to fill this up to the fill line, and then I'm going to see how long it takes to boil. Got this from the sink. Let's measure the temperature. See where we're starting at. Looks to be about 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Turn this on. So I got my phone over here, and we're going to see how long it takes to boil. Now at about 2 minutes, 20 seconds, you can definitely really hear the water in there. Okay, that took about 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Temperature check. 209, 210, about 211. Yep, so we can definitely confirm that it was boiling. So that took 5 minutes and 20 seconds, which I believe for a kettle is not bad. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna test all these other temperatures, because I'm actually more curious about these other temperatures, since getting something up to boil is pretty simple for really any kind of device. If you think about it, if you put some water in a pot and you boil it on the stove, it can only go up to 212 max. So what I'm more curious about is seeing how accurate these other temperature amounts are. Like when we try to heat it to 205, how close is it going to be to 205 when it finishes? Some more cold water from the sink. Let's see how long it takes to heat up to 180 degrees. It's clicking a bit. I guess it's trying to find that 180 degree point. Wow, this is actually taking longer than I thought. Maybe because, you can't just blast it with heat and then have it hit its max. It actually might take longer than just simply outright boiling the water, since it's trying to be precise. Oh, wow, okay. So that was like 524, 525-ish. So it actually takes longer to get water to 180 degrees than to boil. Who would have thought? Okay, let's pull this off. Let's check the temperature to make sure it's actually close to 180. It's a couple degrees below. It's 177.9. Next up, we have another pot of water. We're going to set it to 195 degrees now. And let's see how long this takes. Seems like this is going to take even longer. Okay, that took 5 minutes and 41 seconds. Let's quickly pull off the lid and measure the temperature. It's measuring at 191. Little bit disappointing that it's off by that much. Let's try 200 now. Took about 6 minutes, 11 seconds. Kind of disappointing because this is the temperature I'm probably going to be heating my water to use the Chemex. 196-ish. So yeah, off by four-ish degrees or so. I actually just, while this was boiling, I went and looked it up. Apparently being within 3 to 4 degrees is actually not too bad for a kettle. So I guess it's not bad. Now we're down to the last one. We'll do 205. Let's go. That was about 617. Let's quickly measure the water. So about 202, so about 3 below. Okay, so we can establish that this thing it's fairly accurate within 3-ish degrees. So not bad, 6 minutes, 17 seconds. Okay, let's test a little bit more of a realistic scenario. Let's say I wake up in the morning, I want to boil my coffee, make my pour over at 200 degrees. So I select 200 degrees, I select keep warm, and then I hit on. And let's say I come back in half an hour and see how close it is to 200. Is it actually keeping warm? If you give it a longer amount of time to kind of self-correct, will it eventually just center on 200 exactly, or you know, within a degree or two? Let's find out. See you in half an hour. It's been over half an hour. Let's see how close it is to 200. Oh, there you go. Definitely a lot closer. In fact, 199.5. And I'm sure like some of the heat was let out because I opened it up and stuck the probe in. So, okay. I guess the longer you let it run, you know, you let it stay on keep warm mode, then the closer it'll be to the actual promised temperature. One last thing to look at before we end this review, of course, how does it pour? Seems I have pretty good control over it. I can make spirals, and even if you pour it really hard, yeah, you can. It still comes out in one kind of continuous stream, so might take some finesse to get used to, but definitely a lot more control than you would get from a regular kettle that has a bigger spout. It took me a while to actually decide to buy this. I was just going to use a regular kettle, but I tried pouring that, you know, nice and evenly like this, and there's no way. Like it would go out like this and then just kind of cut out if you even tilted it back a little bit too much. So this is a very nice continuous pour. Anyways, to see me actually use this, I'm gonna make another video where I attempt for the first time to actually brew with a Chemex. So look forward to that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.